Welcome back to College Football Game Night Live.
Welcome back to the College Game Night. After a heartbreaker on the road last week against Dakota State, the SOU Raiders back at Laurel Field this weekend for homecoming against the 8th best team in the NAIA in Montana Western, also looking to stop a 3-game skid, Liv.
Yeah, the Bulldogs on the other hand, coming into this game red hot and feeling themselves after getting upset on the road at Montana Tech in week 1. They haven't lost a game and have dominated every opponent they faced since.
They really have.
The Raiders coming into this one banged up, but looking to get their first conference win on the board. Doesn't start out pretty though. Bulldogs on the attack. The offense not missing a beat. Aiden Lammers, look at that hole. The size of a school bus goes into the end zone. He goes. So SOU needing to respond, and they do just that on their very first drive. Dom Montiel finds Trevor Jasko, the former Crater Comet, into the end zone. He goes for his second touchdown of the year. Still in the first, Bulldogs keeping up the pressure. Michael Palandri hits Seth Shook 70 yards down the sideline. And this is just the start of the problems for the Raiders. After Dom Montiel interception, Jacob Humphrey finds the crease, and he could go all the way. 50 yards home he goes. But just before half, the Raiders once again responding. Montiel, wait for this, the buzzer beater, the last-second prayer into the lap of Jasko for the 37-yard strike.
So the last-second touchdown gives the Raiders a chance going into the second half. Only down by 10, very much still a manageable game. Don Montiel, 190 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, doesn't look that bad, both to Trevor Jasko, but he also turned over the ball twice. That had to change in the second half.
And on the flip side, the Bulldogs put up 24 points in the first 2 quarters behind Michael Palandri's 162-yard, 2-touchdown performance, both of which were over 55 yards. The explosive was working for the number 8 team in the NAIA.
Raiders get the ball to start the second half and have to make a change to make it a 1-score game at the bat, but that's in a perfect world, Olivia. We don't live in that. First play from scrimmage, Connor Dunley picks off Montiel, and the issues for the Raiders just keep on coming. Moments later on the short field, Jacob Humphrey punches it in with ease from 1 yard out. The blowout is on at Raider Stadium. Third quarter, we had to go to the broadcast for this. Palandri hits Shook. Quick 11-yard score for his second tutty of the day. Please someone throw in the white flag, but you know, that's not the Raider way. Fourth quarter, Montiel connects with the freshman Donovan Glover for his first tutty as a Raider. How about that? And that's kind of the last of the excitement we'd see from this one, Olivia.
Yeah, Montana Western comes into Ashland and dominates the Raiders. The final 40-20. Dom Montiel goes for 311 yards and 3 touchdowns, but also throws 3 interceptions. Donovan Glover has a solid outing with 72 yards in his first career touchdown.
Definitely some highlights in this game. Good to give credit to that, but also definitely some things to work on as well. Luke Doan joins us from Ashland to explain where the Raiders need to fix things after 4 straight losses on the season.
Another tough week for this SOU Raiders football program. Again, the story for this team is injuries continue to plague them, whether it's guys that have been injured since week 1, week 2, or new injuries in each game. This Raider squad does not have the depth that they had at the start of the year.
It's a knee on Danny right now, and it's a neck for Jalen, and that's kind of, at this moment, all I know.
Despite already playing 2 teams ranked high in the NAIA, SOU's toughest opponent so far is roster health. The Raiders' preseason NAIA 99 cornerback Jalen Speed and kicker Danny Alvarez each exiting in the middle of the game. Head coach Burke Brown unable to confirm their status for next week against Simpson today. The Raiders are already stretched thin as it is, especially in position groups like the offensive line. The lack of depth showing in the last few weeks. The Raiders' offense slowing down in the second half against their last 3 opponents in Montana Tech, Dickinson State, and now Montana Western.
We don't finish drives the way we need to probably finish them, and we don't finish games the way that we need to finish them. And that's both sides of the ball. We're just not playing complimentary football right now, and we need to find ways to fix that, and that's my job.
Because of all the injuries, guys who will be everyday staples in the future have seen more opportunities. Whether it's the freshman Donovan Glover, who's been present all year and had his first touchdown as a Raider today, or the offensive line, who are undergoing a trial by fire in the middle of the season, Brown says he's impressed with the mettle of the young guys on this team.
I thought, Cohen Coloma, ran the ball hard. I thought Jalen ran the ball hard. I thought we played great coverage. There's one play, in the first quarter that hurts us. But, there's some stuff to build on for sure.
The game representing the halfway point in the season Brown telling me he's not giving up on anyone on this roster and that everyone, from players to coaches, are giving their best to turn around this 1-4 start. In Ashland, I'm Luke Doughton.
So the Raiders, of course, moved to 1-4 on the year, but looking ahead, we'll have a good chance to potentially get back to the winners column. That's going to be really important for this team to build that momentum with a rematch against a team they already faced earlier this season in Simpson during their very first game.
The Red Hawks are the one and only team SOU has been able to beat, but not only did they win, they dominated them 59-0, and it hasn't gotten any better for the Red Hawks, who are still winless this season. This will be a great chance for the Raiders to gain some confidence after their recent losses, but even though that first matchup with Simpson seemed easy, head coach Burke Brown says this Red Hawk program has been improving, and they're not just going to roll over this time around. For the Raiders, it's time to head back to the drawing board at practice this week, as they need to find out who will step up to fill the holes in this roster as they try and turn things around in the second half of the season.
Going to be really important to see how they do that, needing to bounce back, because with the halfway part of the season, not much more wiggle room to kind of have any more mistakes coming their way.